Hey guys, it's Saga from TechWorks. In this video, we take a look at the fancy new dual cameras on the OnePlus 5T. These new dual cameras might look similar to the ones on the OnePlus 5, but they now have different functions. Instead of having wide and telephoto lens like on the OnePlus 5, you now get two cameras with a similar focal length of 27mm. The main camera is still a 16 megapixel sensor with f1.7 aperture, pixel size of 1.12 micron and electronic stabilization. But the secondary camera now has a 20 megapixel sensor and a very wide f1.7 aperture with a smaller pixel size of 1 micron. You can still take 2x images, but they are not optically zoomed like before. Now they will just be digitally zoomed by cropping the images. You also no longer have the option to use either of the lenses at your will. The phone will choose the lens to be used depending upon the lighting conditions. We can still take portrait images where the background is blurred out, and it still uses depth information from both the sensors to differentiate between the subject and the background. And yes, I've tried taking these images by covering either one of the lenses at a time, and while doing so, the camera interface tells us that the lens is covered. So you can rest assured that both the cameras are working like they should. It is really sad that OnePlus again decided not to include optical image stabilization on either of these cameras. The wide aperture is supposed to help in lower light, but it is not a substitute for optical stabilization. You need to have both to get better images in lower light. More on this when we look at the low light image samples. At the front, we still have a 16 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture and electronic stabilization as on the OnePlus 5. Interface of the camera app is pretty simple. You get a zoom button right above the shutter button, and swiping to the left gets you to the portrait mode just as on the OnePlus 5. Get ready for a lot of image and video samples from this camera. But before that, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the amazing videos coming up on this channel. All the images have been shot in auto mode with auto HDR turned on. Like most of the smartphones we saw this year, in good lighting conditions, 5T captures really good images. White balance is very accurate in most of the shots, but I think the sharpness and details could have been a bit better. I had a similar problem with the OnePlus 5, where the images look really nice up front, but when you zoom in on a particular object, they are not as sharp as they should be. Having optical image stabilization could have helped with this problem. That being said, if you are not zooming in, the images will look good to you. The HDR mode handles high contrast situations very well. The dynamic range being captured here is at par with some of the flagship devices in the market. Thanks to the wide f1.7 aperture, you can get very nice close-up shots with the background all blurred out. Focusing can be a bit tricky while taking these close-up shots, and you may need a few attempts to get it right. Here is a small clip showing the focusing speed of the camera. It is average at best, and it can take some time finding the perfect focus. Now we don't have a telephoto lens, but we can still take portrait shots. The background is not as compressed as it would be from a real telephoto lens, but the results are still very good. I like that now you don't have to get too far from the subject to get this effect. Since the secondary camera also has a wide f1.7 aperture, you can take some good portrait shots even in lower lighting conditions. Since this is a software feature, it will also get better with each software update. As we move to artificial and lower lighting conditions, images are good, but you still notice some noise. Again, the wide aperture helps in capturing more light, but since there is no optical image stabilization, the sensor is not able to capture this light for a long time. So the ISO is increased to add in extra light, which also introduces noise in the images. You can very easily lower the exposure a bit, which will end up reducing the noise and saving the shot. You can also turn on the HQ mode, which helps reduce the noise from the shadows of the images. It is definitely an improvement over the 5's camera, but it is not enough to make you switch from the 5 to 5T just for its camera. 5T cannot match up to the likes of Pixel 2 or the newer iPhones in lower lighting situations, but it also doesn't perform bad at all. The 16 megapixel front-facing camera is just as good as it was on the 5. Highlights are blown a bit, and the details are not really as sharp as you would expect from a 16 megapixel shooter, but the images are still better than a lot of front-facing cameras. The video performance is similar to the OnePlus 5. You can take 4K videos at 30 frames per second and 720p slow motion videos. There is no optical image stabilization, but the electronic stabilization on this camera is one of the best in the market. It just feels like the camera is sitting on a gimbal. it is that smooth. So in conclusion, the OnePlus 5T packs in pretty good set of cameras. But in my testing, I did not find it to be a huge improvement over the OnePlus 5, which was already taking amazing images. 5T can definitely take some good pictures in ample light, and there is some improvement in lower lighting conditions as well. But since OnePlus is using the camera as one of the things which has changed from the OnePlus 5, I expected better results from it. If you are looking for a new smartphone at this price range, you should definitely pick up the OnePlus 5T. But if you already own the OnePlus 5, then I don't think you should upgrade just for the camera. You can choose to upgrade for the bigger screen, but honestly, just wait a few moments for the OnePlus 6, which will have a bigger screen and hopefully even better cameras, and then upgrade. Some things that I wish OnePlus included in this camera are same as I said in the camera review of the OnePlus 5 a few months back. Optical image stabilization on at least one of the cameras, and manual controls over various settings while taking videos from the native camera app. That is it for this video, guys. Very soon, I'll be comparing this camera with that of the Moto X4, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone 10 and even the OnePlus 5. So keep an eye out for that. What are your thoughts about the camera on the OnePlus 5T? If you only look at the camera performance, is it enough to get you to switch from the 5 to 5T? Let me know in the comment section. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.